Today is March 13th, 2018.
It's
Ah.
2019.
Nice.
See, you're already a day late and $1 short. He's a year late.
Alright, I'll edit that. Today is March 13th, 2019. I am Dylan. This is the interview I am having with my grandmother and grandfather, Diane and Derek Rumsey. Thank you guys for taking part in this interview with me today. So I'm going to ask you 19 questions, and I want detail. Alright?
You want detail?
Detail. There's got to be detail. Do you know why your parents picked your names?
Well, I know why your great-grandmother picked Papa's name. There was a movie star named Derek. Why my mother picked my name? Well, I know that my first name, Edith, is named after her mother, my grandmother.
Okay. When and where were you born?
In a hospital. I was born in Grace Hospital in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Well, Papa was born in Visalia, California. I don't know the name of the hospital. It was actually out in the barn.
Oh, it wasn't. Stop lying.
This is a school project, Papa. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, not
Okay.
really. What is your earliest childhood memory?
About what?
Anything. The earliest you can go back.
I'll pass. What's the earliest you can go back?
Okay, how about your earliest memory? Like, how far can you go back?
Well, I can go back to probably, especially 4th grade, because my best friend from 4th grade ended up being my maid of honor in our wedding.
Do you know the name?
Her name is Elvira.
Okay.
Alvera, and her last name is Shade.
Okay. Do you have one, Papa?
Well, I can go back to kindergarten.
Okay.
When I was in kindergarten, I fell on this. We had a floor grate, and it was during the winter time, and I fell on it, and I burned my arm. I had scars for years. Not really scars. It was just like a checkered pattern on my arm.
I like Grandma's better.
I like Grandma's.
Grandma, you had 7 other siblings. What were the different personalities and actions in your household growing up?
Oh, well, especially my sister next to me, 2 years younger than me. She was the tomboy. And whenever it was time to do dishes, it was time for her to go to the bathroom. She never did dishes. And I became the older sister that helped my dad with doing the windows, keeping the house out, helping my mother with all these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So Marie is the second one. Linda is next, and then Uncle Bill, who just passed away, and Uncle Darcy. Then there was Rick, and my sister Tracy, and then Fred.
So you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
All right. What about you, Papa? Any siblings?
I got a sister and a brother.
And his brother just passed away in February.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be there in the end of March to celebrate his sister's 80th birthday.
Okay. What was school like? What was your best and worst subjects in school?
My worst subject was spelling, and my best was history.
What grade are we in right now? Because I don't do any spelling.
We did spelling. Let's see. I probably had spelling. Well, most of my schooling was in Canada. Whole different thing. But spelling, I was a good speller.
I know we had spelling up to 6th grade, I think it was.
And probably my worst subject was French. I didn't get very far in that.
Okay. How is the world different from back when you were kids?
Day and night.
Remember, this will be turned in and on YouTube.
No. Well, there wasn't a lot of TV. There was a lot of interaction with your siblings, helping your parents. Just today we can go out to dinner and we see families sitting around a table and nobody's interacting with one another. Everybody is looking at a iPod, electronic.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the big difference. You see a big difference in families today versus back when we were growing up.
Easier said, there's no respect today. Yeah, you know that one, huh?
I have respect.
You don't treat your parents like we did.
Yeah, there was no mouthing back.
We had respect for our parents, older people, property. You don't see that today. Everything today is the younger generation is themselves and their selfies, and they think drama is the only way to live. We didn't have all this drama bull stuff.
Okay. Alright, a specific relative when you were younger you distinguishedly remember, so something you did that you'll never forget about them.
Do not run that by me.
I know he was breaking up.
Yeah, he's mumbling. If you're gonna...
I'm trying to tell you. A special relative growing up that you have memories with. Well, I can tell you.
Yeah. Uncle James.
Oh, I would have thought Aunt Jerry.
Aunt Jerry.
Why?
I've seen more of Uncle James than I've seen of Aunt Jerry. That's why.
Okay. Grandma?
Well, would have been we spent a lot of time with my dad's sister, Aunt Irene, and their family. They lived in the States and we lived in Canada, and they either came over to visit us or we came down to visit them.
Okay.
How come I can only see part of you?
Because I have to have it. I'm recording on the iPad, so I have to have it so you're speaking into the microphone, the iPad, then I can send the video to my phone so I can edit it.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine you're going to be doing a lot of editing.
Yeah. Any item that has been passed down to you from generation to generation.
Any what?
Item.
Actions?
Item.
Items.
Items?
No.
Well, things that when I was, when we went up to visit my aunt, she gave me a little pot that was my potty when I was being potty trained.
I have one old shotgun that belonged to my grandmother.
Okay. That was easy. Who was your best friend growing up?
Well, mine was Elvira.
Papa?
Joe Brown.
Who?
Joe Brown.
Joe Brown. Okay. Now, these are going to be more of when you got married, and having children. So, when did you meet?
January, probably 10th. It was the week after my 19th birthday. So that would have been 1966.
Wow. I can't believe you remember that. Where'd you guys meet at?
Papa's best friend, Joe Brown, lived 2 doors down from where I was living. And I met him. I was over at Joe Brown's. We were all out in the garage talking, and Papa drove up in his GTO.
Oh, the one he burned the clutch on trying to impress you or something?
Yeah, he dropped the dry shaft or something. Yeah, he didn't like how I was driving, so he reached his leg across and stomped on my foot. Well, at the same time, he put it in gear and dropped the dry shaft.
Smooth, Papa.
That wasn't anywhere close to being accurate, but that's all right.
And the car sat alongside the road, and we had to wait for people to come and pick us up 4 hours later.
When you had children, what was your proudest moment for my mom, Shannon, and Uncle Derek?
My proudest moment when I had them?
Or your proudest moment of being a parent?
The day they were born. I can remember the time, the day.
Well, the day's easy.
Uncle Derek was born June 27th, 1969 at 5:12 a.m. Your mom was born December 17th, 1971 at 12:10 p.m. lunchtime.
Papa, this one's more for you. What was Navy life like for you while serving, and when you got back? How did you transfer into being civil again?
Civil again? What are you talking about? I was never crazy. My military experience was fun. I enjoyed it. I traveled all over the Western Pacific, and I thought it was great. And I didn't have any trouble coming out when I came out.
Okay. Where and when did you guys get married?
San Mateo, California. in the Methodist Church, November 4th, 1966.
Is that right, Papa?
What do you mean, is that right?
You think Papa would remember these dates?
No.
I was there.
All right, cool. Final question.
Think she got married without me?
Well,
It was a night wedding, 7 o'clock. I think our service was at 7 o'clock at night.
No, the service was in the afternoon. The reception was at night.
No, it was 7. Our service was at 7 at night. Papa wouldn't remember because his guys took him out the night before to get drunk.
You go look in the book.
final question.
Hey, have we been on 15 minutes already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are your guys' full names?
My full name?
Yep.
Jose Jimenez.
Come on.
Papa's gonna make you work.
Yeah, I know
You
he
got
is.
editing to do.
I probably won't even edit anything. He wants...
You said it right in the beginning. Why do you need it at the end?
His full name is Derek Lee Rumsey.
Senior.
Well, he wasn't born with a senior.
Oh, yeah. All right, Grandma. What's yours?
So you want my full name before I was married?
Yes.
Edith Diane Damon.
All right. Well, thank you for participating in this interview.
You're welcome.
I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't it sound like it?
And I see Papa's long gone.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you again, and I hope you have a good night.
You have a good evening also. And we love you.
Love you too.